Hello, computer.
Hey.
We're still going. We're still going, Craig. We're getting our shift in tonight, but we're here for an episode of Shooting the Breeze, baby, on the night that the England Lionesses have won the European Championships in 2022.
Yes.
On an emotional evening, we're here to shoot the breeze.
There were tears, and I was happy about it. Miss Chloe Kelly, you fucking love you.
Algorithms. What a legend.
We don't care about algorithms today.
To be honest, we've been recording a pay-per-view review before this. So the chances are that we've had a lot of whiskey, which means the chances are the things that we talk about might be even harder to shoot on than they usually are. I'm Rob Campbell.
I am Double C, the bastard, Craig Challoner.
You were about to say you may have.
I may what? Oh yeah, I may have drank half a bottle of Jack Daniels. While you'd be burying your Jameson.
Can you see that line?
We can see the line.
That's a good line.
The rest of the people. It's a good line.
That's a good line. Uncle Jameson, he's going down well tonight.
It's a good line. That's a sentence a lot of people would understand if you came to certain powder.
Especially in Wolverhampton. It is the 31st of July that we're shooting this on. I've had a week off work. I'm back to work tomorrow. I'm really not looking forward to it. Obviously, all of the whiskey's being consumed. It is what it is. Let's shoot the breeze. What does that mean? So we did a pilot episode recently where we sat down for 30 minutes and we had some talking points. I started, Craig went. We went back and forward for the 30 minutes. It might have gone a little bit longer because we enjoyed our conversation. That's just how it's going to work here. We'll do what we want, when we want, how we want, live the dream, all the gimmicks, hit the follow button, hit the like button, hit the share button. Just do it all, baby. All of it.
All the gimmicks got to be done. As we're on the 31st of July and you opened up, giving us the date, let's start on a low point before we build up to the good times. Today is 7 years since we lost Roddy Piper.
Wow.
So, to our man, the
fact that we've just watched a Roddy Piper match today. Yep. I've watched one today and we've talked about one today. It wasn't obviously his best match, but, you know, I got a year older earlier in the week and being nostalgic, being in, you know, the mental place where I wanted to go back and watch WrestleMania 8, one of my favourite pay-per-views, to just go and sit down and watch. And I'm going to mention that match rather than the match that I watched today. And WrestleMania 8, potentially one of the greatest matches Roddy ever had, with Bret the Hitman Hart for the Intercontinental Championship. We love you, man. We're going to pour one out for you. A massive part of our childhood and growing up.
You, that man made me shed tears a lot throughout his life, for my life, and even more so when we lost him. That was one of them losses for wrestling for me that felt personal. Roddy was such a man, such a character. And obviously we all know Tom would appreciate the little shout out for that as well.
Absolutely. Tom Priest, co-owner of Black Country Championship Wrestling. The man, Tom, broken ankle, still being a legend, putting all the tables away. Fucking hell, man. Boys, you've got to out more. I ain't having it. I was ill. I was fucked. Not an excuse, but it is what it is. I'm still not well, but I'm here recording this episode. Let's shoot the breeze, brother. Roddy Piper. Oh, yeah.
Love you, Piper. But let's pick it up, because let's not start on a somber note, eh?
No.
Let's move on from a somber note.
Let's
move.
Oh, go.
Oh, no, I'm jumping straight in on this one.
I'm going to hit the timer.
Oh, no, hit that timer.
It's gone.
30 minutes later.
30 minutes and started.
Let's see what happens. I'm jumping straight in on something that happened recently to me on the good old Xbox during a FIFA game.
Oh.
If you will,
baby.
Young Robert may have already had a little insight on this, because I had to send it people because it was fucking hilarious. But during a little FIFA online game, a little person, I'm assuming little person, if not, if this is a full-grown man, even fucking better, by the gamer tag, and I am calling you out, Jim Bob the Boss, if you're there, hi, this is the face, just so you know. Jim Bob the Boss messaged me at the end of the game saying, I hope you die a sad death in a room, in a drowned river, while everyone laughed at you while you're suffering in the river. Absolutely drowning. Everyone's laughing. They're laughing at you because you're flaming. Flaming disgusting. Disgusting language. Grim. A grim human being. I hope you die. So this was the message that little Jim Bob the Boss, hello again, sent to me at the end of a FIFA game. So I responded accordingly with, thank you, have a nice day, and remember, you stay classy, with 2 little kissy emojis at the end. Now, the reason Mr. Jim Bob the Boss got a little bit upset with me on FIFA was purely because during a Champions game, he was beating me 5-1. Now, normally, for all you FIFA players out there, you get to this point, you go, fuck it, just quit, take the DNF. It don't matter. I didn't want to leave because I needed that 1 goal for a challenge. So I went, fuck it, I'm just going to stay here and get raped. It's okay, it's only a game. I won 8-5. Yeah, pulled it back 8-5. And Jim Bob evidently was not pleased by that Champions game loss. So a little public service announcement to all of you out there. If you are going to get that stressed at a game, maybe consider pressing flowers instead.
There's a stigma about men in this.
Yeah, that was my life.
Oh, Jim Bob, you need to talk to someone, brother.
Get a therapist.
Someone.
I have 2 if you want to borrow one.
That is incredible. And I remember you sharing it with me, and it was hilarious. And it's even more hilarious now. Like, for anyone that has ever had a message on the back of a game of FIFA, Call of Duty, whatever it might be, you'll know exactly what that's like. And please share them with us. Send them into the inbox. Send them to the PO box. Share it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We love them. We will shout them out. We will have a great time on Shooting the Breeze with these fucking examples that you send us, because they're hilarious. I've been told to fuck my mum on more occasions than I'd like to be told to fuck my mum, to be completely honest. But each time it gets funnier.
I love these moments on FIFA. I mean, they're brilliant on Call of Duty.
Yeah,
people get so stressed and on FIFA. It's like another level, because a lot of these people are grown men,
literally,
and that's what makes it better. Like I beat a guy 1-on-1 on FIFA, and he went, "Yeah, you think you're good? 1v1 me." Isn't that what we just did, mate?
That is what we just did. But also, did you go and beat him off some more?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Like
and the best part of it, you've played me on FIFA. They're like Kev, Owen, like you've all played me on. I'm not that good. So if I pull that back and do that, that's on you.
Yeah.
I just don't care.
It's a bit embarrassing, isn't it, really?
So, Jim Bob the Boss.
Fuck yeah.
Much love to you, Mum.
Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. What a way to start this off. Carson Bailey had to go to work. Fuck that guy.
What a prick.
I have a few things to talk about, so I'm going to get into some wrestling stuff first, what I've been doing. I want to talk about a match that I've recently had at Future Championship Wrestling. I was defending the Black Country Heavyweight Championship. It's my second time being that champion. I am the first ever Grand Slam champion in that promotion. All of the gimmicks, blah, blah. So I was wrestling CJ Rawlings. You know him very well. Craig, you get to support him at Black Country Championship Wrestling all the time. He had a fantastic match against Lee Hunter at Project Empire, which was incredible. But I want to talk about the match that I had with him at Future Championship Wrestling, which I think you've had the opportunity to watch now.
I have indeed, and it is beautiful.
It is. It was a beautiful storytelling match that I really enjoyed. Getting to work heel, which is very rare for me, gives me an opportunity to tell stories how I want to tell them and so on and so forth. The only problem that I have from that match is my dislocated finger still. So literally it has been giving me jip this week, and that's why I'm talking about it. So I delivered a pedigree, and after delivering the pedigree, I then pinned him. So I turned him over and I put my hand on the mat like that. And this finger, for context, this finger right here, shot over here. It was literally there. So I was looking at it like that. And then I heard the ref, Derek Castlin, great official, by the way, legend, love him to bits. 1, 2, and CJ kicked out because we still had like 6 minutes to do or some shit. I don't know. And I just looked at my finger and went, that's not supposed to be like that. I then put it back into place as best as I could. Looking at it now, I've not done a great job. It's still very bent, which is why it's causing me a bit of jip. So Derek says, 12 minutes. And we had 18 to 20, I think, for some reason. So I was like, oh, shit, got to carry on then. Put it back into place, continued, finished the match, had a great time. Charlie didn't even know. He did not even know until we got backstage that my finger had been dislocated, which, I'm not bragging, but I'm a wrestler. Harley race, some would say. Right, Sonny J?
Harley race.
So because I carry the belt round to other shows, I'm basically Harley race. The thing is, though, I've been told if I ever want to grow my promotion, and really stand out, really hit the big leagues, then I need to book Dalvucci. Check out Sonny G and the Clubhouse on the Games and Craps Podcast Network. I love you, Sonny G. You've had a great time at Old Trafford today. I'm sorry about the result being 1-1 in that pre-season friendly. Ronaldo storming off at halftime and all of them gimmicks, but you've been to Old Trafford. Fair play.
Ronaldo should be in a blue shirt by now. Just saying.
Fuck off. So
if it helps, I'm not talking City. So, I ain't got a lot more. I want to have a little moment to discuss one Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Let's do it.
That's what I want to do. Let's discuss the fact that this man may have had some issues in the media lately.
Yeah, fuck that.
But whatever. We've all been there, a bit of rape and stuff.
Oh, yeah, you get called out on Twitter for all sorts these days. Or Facebook, court orders and whatnot.
Mate, sometimes you're going to get named and shamed on Facebook and there's going to be a court order droppage.
One of the owners, fuck off, you cunt.
There's always that. Bit of pay, bit of a rapist, whatever. This is why off my bed, we have a consensual sign. If it's in my bed, it's consensual.
Yeah.
But anyway, enough of that. Vincent Kennedy McMahon, the legend that he is, has finally retired.
Yeah.
Now, for a lot of you, you'd be like, so. For me and Rob, that's a big fucking deal.
Huge.
Like,
I thought that man was going to die in the gorilla position.
Honestly, I expected him to come out one day and go, ladies and gentlemen, this is WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And die.
And that's the thing, right? Like, let's put it into football context. I thought Sir Alex Ferguson would also die on the touchline.
Yeah.
I didn't think he'd retire. I think he'd die on the touchline. So, like, to compare Sir Alex Ferguson with Vince McMahon, just to give you football morons a fucking bit of context about the fake sport that we love, right?
Oh, yeah, fake,
yeah, because that's what they'll call it. But Vince McMahon, Alex Ferguson, GOAT levels, end of story.
Yeah. But, like, there is no real comparison to Vince, is there? Let's be honest, like, in any genre of anything.
You know what's annoyed me on social media recently? Is pictures of Tony Khan and people put in,
oh, mate,
been in the business 3 years and already made Vince McMahon retire.
Yeah.
Shut up, you nonce.
Tony Khan's tweet was, just put it out there.
Fucking hell.
On the longest tenured thing. It was just factual. Yes, Tony, we know. And in 2 to 3 years, you're going to be out of business because Daddy's going to pull the checkbook and go, control yourself, you fuck nugget. Now, I'm not saying AEW is bad.
No.
Because they put out some amazing content.
Yeah.
Without doubt, some amazing content. But the problem with Tony Khan is he is WCW.
He's oversaturated now, though, isn't he?
The entire WCW Bischoff era.
Ring of Honor is basically thunder.
Oh, I'm so devastated for Ring of Honor because, like, Ring of Honor, like they produce some of the great talent. Like Claudio now being the Ring of Honor champion is fucking brilliant.
I'm still going to call him Cesaro. I'm sorry.
I was so happy for Cesaro, like when that moment came through and seeing Sheamus give the whole bar gimmicks. And it was fucking because that's well deserved.
Yeah, it is.
It should have happened in WWE. It should have done. There's been moments where Vince has dropped the ball, and reading some of the stories, he's forgot about booking matches, and that's part of the reason why we keep having the same stuff.
But also, the people around him are not strong enough to challenge him, and that's disappointing. Because if you've got yes men around you, you're not going to do anything. You need a challenging conversation to move forward. End of story.
100%.
You don't need a nod
100%.
and I'll come and do that for you, boss. You need hold on a minute. Why aren't you taking responsibility of this?
Yeah. Well, that's true in everything in life, isn't it? If
Literally.
you've just got someone next to you, they're just going to go, okay. You ain't going to get nowhere. Like, if like I'll go to a personal level. If Marie would have sat back and just let me carry on with the way my life was going when we first got together, I'd be dead.
You'd be dead.
Like, there's no ifs, ands, buts or anything about it. I'd be dead. Like, straight up. It's because she sat there and went, motherfucker, no.
Yeah.
And you need people like that in business, life, everything. You need
everything.
And luckily for us,
shout out to Marie. We love you.
We love you, Marie, and your big titties. Sorry.
And she had a good ass as well on the video that you sent the other day.
Oh yeah. She recently had her ass spanked on a video as well. So if you want to see that, you'll have to hit me up personally because that's not going live.
No.
OnlyFans maybe at some point. I think.
No. I have it to refer to. Maybe.
But the other plus to the miss of Vince is Stephanie and Triple H.
Yeah.
And I have but
SummerSlam. We're going to talk SummerSlam.
Up and watch SummerSlam. And
I saw you and Tom having conversations, and then I clicked in and I was like, oh shit, these are SummerSlam spoilers. And I clicked out of it immediately.
Yeah, SummerSlam spoilers, don't watch it. I tried not to give anything away as we was going, but Tom dipped out. Well, Tom dipped out and then didn't because he got hooked back in because of a certain moment and then dipped back in again. But I've always been a WWE guy.
Do it.
This pay-per-view for me was one of the best pay-per-views I have seen in such a long time.
So that's good. That's good news.
This is good news. And I'm going to have to do a spoiler, which I'm assuming you've probably seen as the opening match. But Bayley's return.
Oh, I've seen that one. That's
okay. That's okay. So Bayley's return, including Dakota Kai, which, I lost my shit.
Yeah.
For Bayley, and then I went even more.
Shot on commentary that she isn't even signed to a WWE contract at the minute.
It was straight away. Oh, it's news to me because as far as she wasn't even under contract. And then Io Shirai, or as she is now, Io Sky or Io Sky, whatever it's pronounced. Mate, there's nothing but good things coming now. Triple H being in charge.
Yeah.
Well, creatively being in charge. Oh, the possibilities now of where we can go. The other thing on this with Triple H is Johnny Gargano still hasn't signed for anyone.
No.
Johnny Wrestling.
This might be the time.
A free agent.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon couldn't understand Johnny Gargano. He couldn't. There's no way Vince could hold it. It's like Ciampa right now. Vince
potentially a new Shawn Michaels, though, right?
Mate, Ciampa at SummerSlam with The Miz.
Yeah.
We all love The Miz.
Amazing.
Shout out to Logan Paul. Fuck,
absolutely. Fair play to you.
Well done, Logan Paul. But The Miz is amazing. But Ciampa's just there with him.
Yeah.
And that's Vince's shit. But we are moving towards the Triple H and Stephanie era. Yeah. And Johnny Gargano. That potentially could be a main event for WrestleMania. And the level of holy fucking goosebumps for that is amazing. Absolutely incredible. So
welcome to the new world order, brother.
To this. Oh, God, yeah. God, yeah. And one last one. Sorry.
Yeah, no, go.
One last one on all of these.
In the breeze.
SummerSlam had something else which got me so excited, and that was the commentary. I am not a Michael Cole guy. I think he's amazing at what he does.
I've heard really good things, but I haven't watched a match involving Michael Cole yet.
Mate, it's not just like the one or two moments. It is Michael Cole throughout. He got to be Michael Cole again. Like the little bits we saw in the in the 90s, the late 90s, sorry, with Michael when he started branching out a little bit, and then when JR moved from Raw to SmackDown.
Taz.
Yeah, when he was with Taz, like Michael Cole with Taz was unscripted. It was Michael Cole. He didn't have Vince in his ear constantly. And obviously over the years, that's what we've seen. And Michael Cole's done good at what he has had to do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Exactly. But like he's put out there, everything's like, oh my God, what a drop toe hold. Yes, we sell Snickers. Oh my God, sign up to the network. Yes, you want me to wank you off under the table? Oh my God, a drop kick. He was perfect at all that. He did great. But letting loose with Corey Graves and Pat McAfee at the start.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Brilliant. Commentary was amazing. And the referees have names.
Yes. Thank God.
Like that might sound stupid to all you non-wrestling people.
But that was good.
Referees having names. It's important. Thing. It's massive.
Yeah. They are a big part of the show, just as ring announcers are.
Yep.
The timekeeper. We could go on really, but everybody that takes part in the show from an independent level to a WWE level are important. They make the show happen, and they put smiles on our faces or smile on your faces, depending on the show that you're watching. Who's producing that, right?
100%. This show gave you an insight of what's to come.
Yeah.
And if that really is where it's going, nothing but good shit.
I am lucky enough to be going to Clash at the Castle. Yeah, someone from work brought me a ticket, and they went, I've got you a ticket to go and watch Clash at the Castle. And I went, okay, like, this is a surprise.
Wow.
What, how are we doing this? What are we doing? And they were like, yeah, so the ticket was this much. Hotel's this much. Are you in? And I was like, well yeah, because you've already brought it. So like, yeah, I'm in. Shout out to Jacob Pratley, by the way. That's who I'm going with. So literally, we you know, Sonny G, you know, my co-commentator, my man, my boy, what a legend. Spoke to him recently. He's also going with his wife. And we've worked out how we're all going to get down there and how we're all going to get back on the same night. Hotels were really expensive. Jacob booked a hotel, but it went to shit. So I've recently had a refund on that. So it's just the ticket. We're going down on the day and then we're coming back on the night.
It'll be worth it.
I plan to bring cans for the car. And yeah, I'm going to get fucked up and I'm going to have a real good time. I'm not sure how much I'll enjoy the show or the wrestling. I'm sure I will, but you know, it's wrestling. At the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff or whatever it's called these days.
I don't even know.
But yeah, I'm lucky enough to be going, I suppose. And I guess, is it going to be Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre? Is that what's happening?
That is what's happening.
Yeah, so that's the main event. That's not a bad main event to go and watch. I'm sure the Miz will be doing something. So that will be the highlight of my night. But yeah, I'm sure it will be fine. But let's switch gears a bit. I want to talk about independent shows in the UK. There's a little bit of an epidemic, if you like, at the minute. There's a lot of wrestling shows locally and nationally that are being cancelled. Now, that's due to a lot of the times promoters coming out and saying, we haven't drawn well to this show, which is, as a promoter myself, gutting to hear. It gives the boys and girls less places to work, which is an absolute shame. I'm just very, very grateful that Black Country Championship Wrestling, we've been able to announce recently to our last show, Project Empire, a sellout on the day. And it was an incredible crowd. You were there, Craig. You saw what we produced. 2 standout matches on the night, for example, was Lee Hunter versus CJ Rawlins in a Tipton street fight. And then the 0121 took on Clarkwood in a tag team tables match. And both matches were absolutely incredible for very different reasons. We also crowned a new king in the division in Lucas Casimir. It was a big night, big night. Considering, the way that show started, we announced Sender Victorious, that Dave Mastiff would be at the show. I'm calling you out, Dave. This is how it is. You then cancelled on us, and I understand the reason that you cancelled on us. And, thank you for giving us enough notice to be able to change things. We changed things. We made things work for us. We brought in people like Eddie Ryan and LA Taylor that brought a fresh approach to the show and give us options. And, we were able to put on a stellar show, one of our best.
Definitely.
Back at Project Empire. And we move on. We move on to Feel the Rhythm on September 30th. Don't get me wrong. We've had to make decisions at a business level to say, August, we're not going to run. We were going to run in Sedgley. The venue's smaller. With the roster that we've got and with the matches that we want to put on, it just meant, no, we're not going to make the money that we want, which means, can we go forward putting on the shows that we want with the talent that we've got and the show that we've now come to produce. And then October, so we were going to run our 1-year anniversary show, Halloween Mayhem, on October 28th, and we decided to pull that one as well. And the reason that we pulled that one this early in advance, and I'm being transparent, we're not hiding the fact that we had these shows, that they're being pulled. And the reason that the October one's being pulled is because OTT is in the hangar in Wolverhampton, and Matt Cardona's turning up to town. And when Matt Cardona's turning up to town, and most of my roster are appearing on that show, you stop your show and you go and watch that show and you go and enjoy yourselves. So that's what's happening. So yeah, that's what's going on with Black Country Championship Wrestling right now.
Awesome. And for anybody that wasn't there, get some tickets for the next show. Like, I know I'm maybe a friend of a certain promoter that has something to do with BCCW. You might be hiding behind that picture. But you will not be disappointed. Like, it is top to bottom fucking quality. It always is. They always put on a show. The guys are fantastic. And as well, for everybody else, like, there's a little bit after the show for everyone. Like, you can stand around at the end of the show and the guys will speak to you. Like, everyone is approachable. Everyone. And the guys are always so friendly. And except for Carson Bailey. Avoid him. But other than that, mate, you'll have a banging time. So after BCCW, here we go. We're going to move on to a little questions if you will.
Oh,
last time we was not prepared because Rob just dropped it on me and went, fucking hell, this.
I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared.
So this time, I
might turn my camera off and exhale.
I'm coming in hard. So we have seen 10 questions. Shit. We have seen 5 questions.
Shit.
We may have even seen a little run by a little dead somebody with 7 questions.
Shit.
We're not about the 7 questions, the 5 questions. Let's say we are about the magic number 6.
Oh, fuck.
Because that can be flipped either way and you can enjoy it both ways.
Okay.
So we're going 6 questions. And this week's installment of Testing Rayman, that's what we're calling it. It's a gimmick.
I love it.
Testing Rayman. We are going with Hulk Hogan.
No, I'm not ready for this.
We are bringing every week. We are going to bring you Testing Rayman, and I'm going to bring different shit each time. So this week's installment, we're going to start off with Hulk Hogan. So brace yourself, brother. The biggest pythons in the world are going deep. Right, let's start small. When was Hulk Hogan's first WWF debut? What year?
First of all, you broke up.
So,
but I think the question was Hulk Hogan's WWF debut. What year?
His first official WWF debut. His official WWF debut.
Okay. 82.
So close, brother. 83. That is one of them questions. The only reason I knew the answer to that's my birth year.
I tried to give a little bit of time before WrestleMania 1.
Yeah. It was. So technically, Hulk Hogan did.
Brought him in as a heel, right? Like WWF.
Yeah. Let's get there.
Okay.
Technically, Mr. Hogan did appear in 1979 for all you people out there that want to be really pedantic about shit. Yes, he did join the WWF for Vince Cena in 1979.
That wasn't the question.
However,
though.
The question was his official WWF. So that is Vince.
I'm happy
Jr.
with being a year off there.
So I'd say you did quite well there.
I'm happy.
On the hill, obviously Hogan did originally come in as a heel because he was back and forth in New Japan. He was doing shit in AWA, and his AWA run as a heel. Again, I'm not a Hogan fan, but watch AWA if you can get some of that stuff. His heel run, he was pretty damn good as a heel.
Hogan could work as a heel.
Thunderlips Rocky was what Hulk Hogan was then in AWA, without doubt, because that's what made Vince Senior go, don't know if I want you to do this anymore because you went to do the movie, you prick. But anyway, so question 2 for the Rain Man. Who did Hogan come to the rescue of to make a babyface turn?
You know when you want to say Mr. T, like you want to say Mr. T, but you almost think that no, Mr. T must have been introduced after, sort of thing. So you don't want to say Mr. T.
You definitely don't want to say Mr. T.
I think that it's between Andre the Giant, but I'm not sure why he would be in a vulnerable position. Or someone like, I don't know, Ricky Steamboat. But it's not going to be.
Bear in mind the year.
So I'm thinking like 82, 83, right?
So 83 was his debut.
83 debut. 84.
WrestleMania 1 was
84. Yeah.
So his turn was between then. So who's the guy? Who's the man?
Could it have been Don Morocco? Could it have been Bruno Sammartino? Could it have been Jimmy Fly Superfly Snooker?
Jimmy what?
Superfly Snooker.
Think more suited.
Suited.
You know what? I'm gonna give you a hint. Think more red bow tie.
Red bow tie.
This is a later gimmick version.
No way. Brother Love.
Oh, not that red.
Not that red. He's brother. Brother Brutus.
Oh no. Oh.
Fuck it.
He did bring him in, legit straight away under fucking Graham. But his baby face turn was to save Bob Backlund.
Obviously.
Yeah,
now that you say it, obviously. I've gone further back. I've gone Don Morocco and Bruno, forgetting all about Bob because Diesel buried him.
Yeah, then. He's one I think you'll know, but I'm not sure if you'll know the numbers exact.
It's hard.
So, what is Hogan's longest title reign?
Fuck. So I'm trying to think, was he the champion at WrestleMania 1? Because he was definitely the champion at WrestleMania 2. And he lost the title. Well, it was technically between 3 and 4 in, Andre fashion, twins, and so on and so forth. It's like, gonna give a years on it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll give you within. No, go with days.
Days. Okay, I'm gonna have to calculate.
Well, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, everyone, they base it on days, don't they? So
there's 365 days in a year we're going with, right? And he definitely held it from WrestleMania 2 to WrestleMania 3.
Well, so, I'll tell you his second longest title reign.
Yeah,
was 364 days.
Okay.
It was 1 day shy of that year.
Okay. So it was definitely longer than a year. 100%.
Yep.
I can go with that. Was it longer than 2 years? That's the question that I need to ask myself. And,
no spoilers.
No, obviously. And I'm kind of thinking that it might have been, but not by much. Yeah. So if we do 365 by 2, it's 730. And I've had far too much whiskey for this. So I'm going to go for 742 days, just to throw a random ass number out there for a random ass reason.
Right. So I said I'll give you within 10 days, right?
Okay.
And you went with
742.
742. So it is actually 1,472 days.
I knew it was longer. Like, I was thinking over 1,000 initially. And then with the math that we were doing, I was like, this is interesting.
Mate, that question fucked
me up. That was obviously from the Iron Sheik to when he lost it to Giant.
Oh! Question 4. Who did he win? Who did he win it from? Who did he lose it to?
Well, there you go.
There you go. But that was it. Like, for me...
He beat the Iron Sheik in Madison Square Garden, and he lost it on an episode of Saturday Night Main Event, the highest viewed Saturday Night Main Event. I can't talk. Main event in history to Andre the Giant after his twin referee screw job, thanks to the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase.
That's it.
There you go. Rain Man is here. I do get questions right now and again. This is a really hard quiz, and thank you for challenging me.
Why make it easy?
10:20 on the 31st of July.
And a bottle of whiskey down.
Literally, you remember I started on a small bottle in the old episode. This is a bigger bottle.
Yep.
Or was it a big bottle at the start? I don't remember anymore. Let's go. What's next? Question 4, question 5. What we on?
I'm actually happy with your guess, to be fair.
Thanks.
Like, I thought it was around about 3 years. You verbally made it out to be round about for 3 years, but for some reason did the maths for 2.
Calculated wrong. Yeah.
Like, you knew the answer. Well, roughly. But anyway, you got question 4 right, so well done.
Yeah.
So, question 5, sticking with the title reigns. What was his shortest reign and why?
Now, does this include WCW or? Because you're killing me if it does.
It can do, but it is a WWF reign.
That's great.
WWF is his shortest reign.
So his shortest reign was, I believe, was it?
This is one of the things I figured you'd know the first part, but not 100% with the second part.
I want to say it was in 2002 when he dropped it to Taker at Judgment Day. He beat Triple H on maybe an episode of SmackDown and then jobbed out to Taker at Judgment Day, something like that. I'm going to go with 2002. I'm not sure exactly how long the reign was. Maybe less than a month. I can't remember. But that one feels like the shortest in the WWF because 5-time champion or 6, 5, yeah. I think 5. I'm going to go with 5. So we've already established his longest.
Think earlier than 2002.
Okay. Then you said his shortest was how many days?
I didn't. I'm asking you.
It's 93. It's 93. It's 93.
Who is it?
It's 93. So he won it at WrestleMania 9 against Bret the Hit. Well, sorry, against Yokozuna. He screwed Bret the Hitman out of it. I'm just gonna throw that out there. And then he dropped it to Yokozuna at King of the Ring, which was in June. WrestleMania March, April. Do you want me to do the days again? Is that what you want me to do?
Nah, don't worry about it. You got it wrong.
I've got it. Yeah. So
no, you got it wrong.
It's not the 93 run.
No. It's around. It's near there because his shortest title reign. Now I forgot all about this. Completely forgot about this. Is 1 day.
Oh no! This is when he fucking dropped it for the tournament gimmick, right?
He beat The Undertaker.
Oh, super fucking Tuesday in Texas.
Jack Tunney stripped him the next night because of the whole ashes in the face.
On the chair. Nah, I ain't having it. I'm having it.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to give you half a point for that one.
Nah, don't.
No, I'm giving you half a point. No, I'm giving you half a point for The Undertaker.
Okay.
Because you didn't straight away go, it was against The Undertaker.
Yeah, I did.
You didn't even think
I just got the wrong year.
I'm going to give you a 0.5 on that one.
Okay, thanks.
We don't like decimals, but we'll give you a 0.5 on that.
Legend. Thank you.
Okay. Question 6.
Thank God.
In a leading role, what is the highest grossing movie that Hulk Hogan has produced?
I mean, if it's not Mr. Nanny, I'm not interested. That's how I feel. That's like what my gut says, and that's what I feel about it. Like Tropical Paradise, Tropical Thunder was a TV series.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with Mr. Nanny. And
before you finalise your answer, think about it, man. Like his movies, I know you love Mr. Nanny, and we all wank off to Suburban Commando.
Yeah, we do.
But there's another film that really stands out that he was the lead role in. Oh my God.
Is that though?
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you it in 5 seconds and you're going to go, fuck.
And you know what? Just get it out of the way now because I'm not interested.
How about if I say no?
Holds barred. Wow. That did well.
Not only did that do well, I'll tell you what, fuck it, because I've got the numbers on here anyway, so why not?
Brilliant.
To the nearest million, what was the worldwide for this?
First of all, you broke up, but I think you're asking
box office numbers worldwide for this to the nearest million.
Look, I'm going to lowball this.
Go on.
2.3 million.
You've drastically lowballed this.
Yeah, of course I have. I said
drastically. Now
80 million.
That's a bit of a push. Now, the success of this film,
47.2 million.
Now, for me, No Holds Barred is one of them movies.
22.5 million.
You're getting closer. The success of No Holds Barred on its release, to me, was irrelevant because it didn't seem to do anything.
It was a song.
It gained success, didn't it?
Edit the song into this point.
I don't think we can we? Get kicked off YouTube.
Fuck the copyright. I'm the Iron Sheik, baby. Fuck the copyright. Hogan, piece of shit.
Let's go with your closest number, 22 million.
Yeah,
the actual number for No Holds Barred worldwide box office hit was 16,093,651.
Is that a point or not?
No, I said within the nearest million. But
we should be 10.
I'm disappointed you didn't go No Holds Barred straight away. I thought that was a given question.
Fuck that.
Mr. Nanny.
All day. I bet you that only drew like 1 million.
2 points something.
2 points something out of 6. I'll take that.
Now, to be fair, actually, I think Suburban Commando was just under Mr. Nanny. Mr. Nanny was about 5'6". Suburban Commando.
I bet Three Ninjas with Hogan drew better than that.
I can't actually remember, but I don't think it did.
Oh, I don't care anymore.
But also, you got to bear in mind, he wasn't the lead.
That is true. And look, we're on the subject of films. It's October. It's getting, it's not October, it's July, but it is getting close to October, which means a trailer may have recently dropped.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we're doing it. So, Michael is here. Yes, Michael.
Have you watched the trailer?
Yes, I have. And yes, I'm getting goosebumps just fucking mentioning the trailer.
Oh, I couldn't bring myself to watch it.
I had to. I had to see that Laurie Strode got her ass out of that hospital bed and interacted with Michael. And yes, she does. Now, it doesn't give anything away. It doesn't give much away other than the fact that they have an interaction, an altercation, if you will. Okay. And that's all I needed. That is all I needed because Halloween Ends is coming out in October. And I have this week watched the 1978 movie.
Yes.
I have watched Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills. And the Indian, if you will, he's not a horror fan, but may have found it spicy enough to enjoy. And the thing is, stop, look, listen, it's Halloween. And I'm pumped. Craig.
I'm about that.
Danny McBride is a legend.
Well, he is. Yeah. Nick Patrick, he's up there with one of the greatest men that ever lived. Official. Without doubt. Look, I was actually going to reach out to you and see if a certain cappuccino, if you will.
Caramel latte, if you will.
Oh, caramel latte. We're going latte. I don't like a latte. I'm getting cappuccino with a touch of caramel.
Yeah, well, you add my milk in, though.
Oh, well, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, because I'm not a cinema goer. I do not appreciate it because people that know me know I do not like people, and that involves people. However,
asking me on a double date.
I am asking you out on a date on the podcast right now for Halloween.
Oh,
I haven't even broke it to Marie yet.
Oh.
I'm asking you and a caramel latte out for a date for Halloween.
Now, Danny may have to be involved on this because
That's
me and
fine.
Danny have gone.
To be fair, I was going to say on a text
Halloweens.
Message separately.
Yeah.
And Danny, but
it's happening. You know. It's happening. Okay. It's fine. It's happening. We're on.
Just do it. Marie's just giving me a look like, what the fuck?
Yeah, don't worry, Marie. It's happening.
We've just made a date. It's all good.
Moving on from Halloween, and this is Shooting the Breeze. We've definitely gone over the 30 minutes. Definitely. But I've got other things to talk about.
Let's go.
So recently, I think, there's been a stigma about mental health and men, and and I just, I just want to get it out there. I've met up with my nan recently.
Oh,
yeah. So you might not have known that I fell out with my nan, but I did. I hadn't spoken to her in about a month, to be completely honest. Now, you may know, or people may know, that my nan is my favourite relative. I'm pretty sure, my mum's probably listening to this. I'm sorry to break her heart, mum, but she is. She's my favourite relative. And not talking to her for that amount of time was actually quite difficult. But the thing is, right, and this is probably what I've got to accept, and this is probably going to be quite deep. So if I turn my camera off, I apologise in advance. But my nan's now 86, and she is getting on a bit. Now that's a good age. She's lived a good life, but more so recently, she forgets the short-term stuff. Makes me think that she may, starting to go down the dementia route, which is really difficult to open up and talk about. And I've not really considered getting it checked, or I don't even know how to start that or open that. He's just mad even saying it out loud on a podcast. But recently, and this is what we fell out over. So she phoned me, I think, on a Saturday, and she was like, I've got a hospital appointment on Tuesday. And I was like, Nan, I'm not going to be able to get the time off work, because work gets in the way. Work's a bitch, man. I fucking hate work when it does things like this. But I couldn't change that. I couldn't take her to the hospital. And I told her on that Saturday, look, Nan, give me a ring, get it changed, and I'll take you, when I've got more notice, because the letter literally arrived on that Saturday for the Tuesday. And she said, okay, no problem. And then she phoned me on the Tuesday and she said, where are you? And I went, I'm at work. I told you I couldn't get out of work. And she basically lost her shit at me and was like, I've put her out, and she was saying things like that. And she was being pretty aggressive about it. And I just lost my shit. I said, Nan, I fucking told you I couldn't get out of work. I need you to rearrange it. I'll take it any other time. I've been taking to your hospital appointments, leading up to now. I just need you to change this one. And I sort of ended up putting the phone down on her because I was so pissed. And I just haven't spoke to her. I haven't found the time or the courage to pick up the phone and say, Nan, I'm sorry for putting the phone down. That's what was going on. And she still sent me a birthday card, and she made the effort to send a birthday card from Bella, which is my daughter. And, I haven't even had a present off my daughter as such, which is not something that I'm, unused to. It's happened this year for Father's Day, my birthday. These things happen. But when my nan made the effort to send a birthday card for not only herself, but for my nan, for my daughter as well, I had to pick up the phone. I had to pick up the phone and ring her. And, I rang her and it was like nothing had happened. She was absolutely fine. And I was just like, okay. And then she told me on the phone that she had a hospital appointment on Wednesday. And thankfully, I was off on Wednesday. And I was able to take her, but I was able to give her a bit of a surprise and take a caramel latte with me. And it went really well. and we went and had curry, and my nan was extremely happy, and it was beautiful. It was fantastic. And then when we were at the hospital, she was like, the people had gone, oh, you've got another appointment tomorrow at this hospital. Do you know about it? So I was able to see her a couple of days this week. And although I haven't been feeling well, and, my temperature's been here, there and everywhere, I've tested negative for COVID and all that bollocks. But, I've got to spend a bit more time with my nan. So I'm glad that I've been able to do that and talk about it on this platform while holding Bella's ring and playing about with it, because I'm super uncomfortable.
I don't want to say I noticed you's uncomfortable, but we could notice you's uncomfortable. But I would like to point out that to anybody that might not know Rob like that, might not know Rob's nan, like, I only met that woman one time. It's like, she's a fucking legend. She's amazing. Without a doubt, she's one of them women that you would personally go at your way for. And she may not be your relative, but you'd personally go at your way for, because she's that fuck you and I love you at the same time. She's great. She's fantastic. I'm pretty sure she told me to fuck off the first time I ever met her.
It's quite possible.
Which is quite amazing. Although, to be fair, Rob's mom smacked me the first time I met her, so that says a lot about me more than anything, I guess.
It is what it is.
But I will say, for Rob to drop that on everyone right now, fair play, brother. And you know what? Paddy the baddie, as much as we want to take the piss.
Yeah. We're not taking the piss.
No, we're taking the piss, and we're not. Like, it's tongue in cheek. Like, we've all been, me and you have both been there.
Definitely.
But this is how I ended up on the podcast, to be fair. I reached out to Rob and I went, I reached out to Rob and I went, look, I'm fucked up in the head. And so are a lot of your friends and yourself and stuff. And they're not talking about it. So use me.
And
that's what we did. That's what we did. We put it out there. I will happily say I am fucked. My head's all over the place 24/7. No longer. This is me. This is who I am. And I'm comfortable with that now. I do not like people. I do not like putting myself out there. But I know full well, with Rob being there, it's okay. And that moment that Rob just done right there, he was okay with that because he was talking to me.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this fucking trying not to cry or swallow too hard and show that I'm going to cry. But like, we will both put ourselves out there to everybody.
Yeah.
And we're doing it for that reason. Like Paddy said, it's okay.
There's a stigma.
There's a fucking stigma.
And we've got to end it, haven't we? We've got to end it. We've all got to talk. We've all got to have a time. This is going to be probably one of my last drinks for a while, by the way. I have consciously made a decision to lay off binge drinking. I do far too much of it. Whether that's out on a weekend, I'm just going to cut back. And yeah, this is one of my last drinking sessions with you. So yeah, that's that too.
Oh, I'm glad I could be your last. I couldn't be your first.
You'll probably be my first back too, let's be honest.
I couldn't be your first, but I'm glad to be your last.
But let's change gears and end on a positive, right? Do you have anything else you want to talk about before I move on to my last thing?
I do not, because I've pretty much plugged everything I need to plug. You know, the gimmicks, emails, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You know where we're at. There will, according to my kids, be a TikTok.
Yeah.
Because apparently we have to have a TikTok. So at some point,
that'd be good.
At some point, hot tag reviews may be dropping out. Some El Captino, some double C, some triquetra of C's, if you will.
If you will, baby. Don't mean to make you cry, Martin. It just is what it is.
It is what it is.
So what I've got coming up and what's quite positive. So commentary is going really well. You know, wrestling is going well in general, but you know, so from a wrestling point of view, my next wrestling show now, after cancellations, is going to be on August 20th. that he's going to be back in Caerphilly for No Mercy Wrestling. I've had a great time down at No Mercy, regardless of where they've been, whether it be at Pembroke, a really weird name that I can't say, that I've main evented and felt like I was Shawn Michaels dancing in 1996 at the end of the night. I've had a great time. And, Bevan, promoter there, absolute legend. He's got a good setup. He's running a really good tight ship and show. His trainees are keen and really, really good. And they're not just there to turn up in numbers. They're there to improve and make an effort within the business. No Mercy Wrestling is big, and I enjoy it down there. So Caerphilly, August 20th, send it to the internet. That's the show. My match is yet to be announced, so I'll keep that as a little secret. However, it's something that I'm really looking forward to. And in a triple threat tag matches, as much as give you, with my partner being a big independent wrestler name, and that excites me a little bit. However, commentary recently released on Patreon was Wrestle Carnival's Ringmasters. I had an absolute fantastic time there, a blast. Go check that out now. Next Sunday, Nottingham were there for their first anniversary on August 7th. Me and Sonny G are in the building on commentary. We've got Hayata from Pro Wrestling Noah on the card. He's taking on Pure Wrestling champion Chris Ridgway. What a match that's going to be, along with Charles Crowley defending the Wrestle Carnival title against man like the Reese. And we crown an undisputed Queen of the Carnival champion when Alex Windsor, fresh of a tour of Japan, comes back to take on Jetta. But cheeky Charlie Morgan.
Charlie what?
Cheeky Charlie Morgan. He's going to be the special enforcer on that one. And there's loads more on that card too. And it's just going to be a hell of a night. I can't wait to get to Nottingham and call the action there too. And yeah, hopefully me and Sonny G, we keep continuing to commentate more and more, because that is probably a transitional period from the ring for me into a broadcast position.
As someone that's recently got enjoy Mr. Campbell and Sonny G on commentary. You are fucking. That is definitely where I can see you going with everything. Like I've said before, and I'll wank you off all day, I will. But you are Mr. Charisma, like without a doubt, and it transitions to commentary so well. Like seeing you wrestle has always been a pleasure. Like I'll abuse you and I'll tell you when you're shit, because that's what I do.
That's what I deserve to.
Mate, if it means standing at a bar next to some random stranger that I've never seen before, but I've randomly spoke to at a show, and I tell him he's had a good match and he acts like a prick, I'll tell him he's been a prick.
Yeah, fuck him at the Hammer Mensa.
Oh, shout out. But like at the same time, I will definitely put you over. And you are definitely heading that is your transition. You can see it going that way. It's going well. You and Sonny G have definitely got a chemistry going on. And Sonny, shout out to you, mate, because you're fucking quality as well, bro.
It's mental that we've done so little shows, but we've just like clicked and picked up. He's a Man United fan too. He texted me earlier because no, it's not though, is it, Craig? That's the thing. No, it's not. No, it's not. He texted me earlier because he went up to Old Trafford to watch pre-season friendly with Real Valencia or some jobbers. We drew to him. He's disappointing, but life goes on.
That's what happens when you're a United fan. You have to take these moments.
Right, we've shot the breeze. I feel like we've got a lot more to talk about, but we're going to save it till next time round when Daniel Cornfield is hopefully with us. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. We'll keep producing more where we can. Thank you very much for tuning in, listening, and if anything is on your mind, if anything serious that we've talked about has affected you in any way, shape or form, please reach out to us if you want to speak to someone. Our socials are available, whether it be Hot Take Reviews that you contact or ourselves individually. We're here. We'll listen. We'll talk. No problem with that whatsoever. Until then, I've been Rob Campbell.
And I have been not a bastard today, Craig Challoner.
That's only because you've put over Goldberg and Hulk Hogan. What a rib. See you next time.